What's up everybody, Kyle Chris back with another Dragon Ball Super video today, and I'm going to be going over sort of a breakdown of some different concepts that I've come up with for Android 17 and 18, which is one of the new leaders coming out of set 13. Now, these decks, I made 3 different decks. I've tested all 3 of them. I'll kind of give you my opinion on them. Obviously, you know, for disclaimer purposes, ratio-wise, or maybe some other tech cards that you may find that you like better in these sets. You may find you like certain ratios better. That's completely okay. These are just things that I've tested. These are just actual lists that I've tested and have found success with, have not found success with against certain matchups. And I wanted to release this sort of as just a kind of an overall concept of what I found for this leader and what I found that seems very interesting. So make sure you guys like and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think of the content down below. Hit the bell for notifications. We post videos weekly. And we'll go over what the leader does first, and then I'll go over the decks. So this leader here, Android 17 and 18, when this card attacks, you search top 5 for a mono yellow Android card. This is very important because you cannot search out green or multicolor Android cards. It has to be mono yellow. Add it to your hand. When one of your yellow Android battle cards is switched to rest mode by a skill, you may flip this card over. If you do, draw a card, restand an energy, and then draw cards from your life to your hand until you have 4 cards left in your life. So essentially, if you can awaken on 8 life, which some matchups you may be able to do, you are essentially a restand 1 energy, draw 5. That's very valuable. Also gets you down to 4 life, which means every super combo in the game is at your disposal at this point. So that is very important. You also have a restand 2 energy awaken effect at 4 life. So if you don't awaken using your first ability, you do have the ability to awaken at 4 life, and then you are a restand 2 leader. This is also very good. There's not a lot of restand 2 energy leaders in the game for yellow, and being able to have that effect of maybe you're getting aggroed down, you don't have the ability to use your your tap effect. That's okay. You can now play more defensive at 4 life because you're able to restand 2 energy. On the backside, your permanent ability on your opponent's turn, all of your mono yellow Android battle cards gain 5k during your opponent's turn. So basically everything gains a 5k bonus, but basically a sensu bean for free for all of your mono yellow battle cards. When this card attacks, you may draw a card. If you don't, play 1 Android with energy cost of 1 from your drop area in rest mode. This is also very important. A lot of cards, as you will see, that gain effect from playing them or being played in rest mode. And this can accumulate so much different types of value for you in the deck. And I'll show you guys the concept that I've come up with. Activate main, choose one of your yellow battle cards. Yellow Android battle cards, switch to the rest mode. Should choose one of your opponent's battle cards in rest mode and negate its skill for the turn. This is an activate main, not an activate battle. Unfortunately, it'd be really cool if it was an activate battle, but still gives you some usage out of that. So, first deck is going to be a Successor build that I have been testing on Untap. This is a very, very fun build. I think if someone wants to play this, I think this could be a top tier deck for yellow. So the concept of it is you include the Android 13 concept from the Battle Evolution. Obviously, like I said, ratio wise, you can add more of these, you can add less. 13 is a double striker that is unique, that pops 2 cards on your opponent's board at the start of their turn. Did learn from one of my subscribers that you have to finish this card's text. So even if you can only choose 1 battle card, you can still choose that card, I believe. So if you only have 1 battle card on board the pop, this card still does work. You also can warp it away from the drop area to KO something 3 or less. This card is for one, it's a free super combo. A free yellow-green super combo because your leader's red. I'm sorry, your leader's yellow and or an Android leader. So the combo cost is reduced by 1, so it becomes a free green and yellow. You can play this card out, and you search top 10 for an Android 13 card. We really have it here for charging purposes. We want to charge 1 turn 1, and then for the rest of the game, we can just use them as basically a pseudo super combos, or we can play one of these guys out. Hopefully, you have your Unison combination here. You have the Vegeta Unison. We already know what this card does. I'm not going to go over it. And then we have the Super 17, which is from the Battle Evolution as well. So this Unison was really bad. I think in any matchup, in any deck, it's just not very good. But in this deck, it actually is extremely good. So you have the ability to basically use the Dr. Gero effect, which is putting a 4 or less into the drop area, which is very important because our leader plays out stuff from the drop area. That's very important. When you have 5 or more Android cards in the drop area, this card gains 10k, so it becomes a 15k. This is also a +2 unison, which is very important to know. -5, choose all your opponent's battle cards and negate their skills for the turn. The whole point of this deck is to blank cards, so then you have cards that come out, and I don't really have a lot of those cards in this deck, but you can play a lot of those 1-drops that I'll show you guys in another deck that you can play out, and they gain the effects of if your opponent has a skillless battle card, you can do this. So this is a very powerful unison. It's paired together with the Vegeta Prideful Transformation, since we are running a unison. The Vegeta being one of your game enders. For the 1-drops, we have the Mechanical Patriarch. This is probably the #1 card you will run in any of these lists. This is basically the Oceanic Dragon from the Sin archetype, but in androids. So if your leader's an Android 17, which it is, pitch this card and 1 Android card from your hand, so it can be any Android card. Search top 7, add up to 2 mono yellow Android cards with any cost 5 or less from your into your hand. You can't activate this card for the duration of the turn. So it's basically a drop 2, draw 2, which is good because that's what this card's not really. That's what this card's for. So one of the cards you can get from that is you can drop is an Android 18 Imminent Danger. This is a very good Android card. If you don't have a playset of it, I would assume you should get one. They're very, very cheap. They're like 50-60 cents. They came out of the Cell Games deck, which is from set 9. This card, you can warp it away for 1, and then grab 1 green or yellow Android card with entry cost of 1 from your drop area and add it to your hand. So you can add this back. You also can add this guy. You also can add the Android 14, which allows you to search top 5 for a green or yellow Android entry cost of 4 or less. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 targets. Those are just card targets. That's not even considering how many of those cards you run in the deck. So a lot of targets for this. This card here, it's kind of the whole idea that I came up with the green-yellow engine. So Android 20, Mastermind, Archetype. So this is a card, I'm sorry, this is actually not an Android, this is a scientist, so disregard what I said about 9 targets, there's 8 targets. So this is when you play it, draw 1. You tap 2 green and 1 yellow to place this card in the drop area to play up to 1 Android 17 and 1 Android 18 card with entry cost 4 or less in your drop area and play them. So this is very powerful. For 1, you can play this Android here, Android 18. It's called Under Your Skin. It's a 20k blocker. Activate battle, you can choose one of your opponent's battle cards and switch it to rest mode. It's pretty powerful. You also can play out this Krillin in 18 here, which is your Arrival. So you can play this card out and make your opponent pitch a card. You can play this card here if you wanted to. But the really powerful one is the new card that's coming out of set 13, which is Android 17 and 18, Demonic Duo. This is a 19k dual attack deflect. You can play it out for 2 energy if you combo it, so it's basically like a Bardock Ape. When this card is removed from the battle area by an opponent's skill, choose up to one of your opponent's cards and switch it to rest mode. Very powerful. So any card, energy, unison, leader, any card, as long as it doesn't have barrier. Once per turn, choose one of your Android battle cards, switch to rest mode. When your opponent attacks, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and negate its skill for the turn. So this is also very powerful. So you can negate any sort of skill that's on a card. I'm not sure if you can negate the autos. I don't think you should be able to, because the autos won't. Because the auto will obviously go in the pending already. But you can negate keyword skills, which is very, very important. But if you look, this says play a 17 and an 18. This card counts as 17 and 18, so you can play 2 of these from your drop area. And then your opponent, let's say your opponent clears this. Next turn, you can swing with this. Plays out from your drop area, draw a card, tap 3, play 2 more. And you can just continuously just keep cycling this. And it's very annoying. it's very, very annoying. You pair that with, obviously, like I said, the Arrival Krillin here, which you can also play out. So you can play out one of these, make your opponent pitch a card, and then play this. And now you have a 20k body that made them pitch a card, and then a 19k dual attack. It's really incredible. Well, also, obviously, we're playing the 5-drop, which when your opponent has a skillless battle card in play, or you do, reduce the cost of this card in your hand by 1. Hits the board. You can choose any of your opponent's battle cards in unisons and negate their skills until the end of their next turn. Basically, just wipes their entire board. And it's a 25k triple strike, so it's very, very, very good. You have all these big battle cards you can use to play into your 9-drop cell, and obviously your Xeno cell as well. Now, if I'm playing this card in real life, since I do not own Xeno cell, I'm probably not going to run this chain here. I may run the 9-drop as my game finisher, but I don't obviously own Xeno Cell, so I'd probably use something else, whether it's the Heroine's Legion, whether it's Supreme Kai, whether it's the new Sin that comes out in set 13. One of those, but I won't have Xeno Cell, so I won't be using Xeno Cell. But obviously that's the best archetype for the deck, because you can play all the stuff out. You can play 2 of these, swing, that's 4 swings there, not to mention your leader swing, not to mention whatever else you have on the board. You can evolve into this, swing for triple strike, rip 3 cards from your opponent's hand, and then play Xeno Cell, and then swing, and then game's probably going to be over before that anyways. So, very, very fun archetype here. Let me know what you guys think of this. Obviously, I didn't mention the extra cards here, but you have Final Flash, which can also blank a card. The new Power of the Super Saiyan, negate / draw a card and put a card in rest mode. And then Nimbus for your other negate as well. Next is going to be an Aegis build, obviously. We went from Successor to Aegis. That's just kind of a normal concept. Aegis cards here, some monster super combos, Aegis Bojack, and then a rival Bojack. This is another card for you to pitch. We threw in Bardock Raiders Warcries in this deck as well with the demonic duos, since both of these are 2-drop combo cards. We can combo one of these, Aegis, combo one of these, or vice versa, or two of these, or 2 of these, doesn't matter. But you just have another combo piece that you can do. Since we're going to be resting more cards, we put Poutine in the deck. We have the Bergamos and Basils as well, since we're going to be doing more tapping. Same card here. This is another one of the 1-drops that you can play, the Android 19. It's when you play it, draw a card, choose up one of your opponent's battle cards in rest mode and KO it. Skills battle card. So, if you play that in this deck, you can blank their whole board, and then you can play out multiple of these. So, let's say you play out one from your hand. You draw a card, KO something in rest mode. You swing a leader, play out one of these from the drop area, KO something in rest mode. So, it's very, very powerful. Or you can play this from your hand, swing with something, combo this off, and then swing with your leader, and then play it out, and then KO something else. So, very, 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 very powerful. Android 16 is another one. This is another searcher, so if you're not playing the 14 here, you can play this guy. Search is top 5 for a yellow android, 3 or less, or 1 yellow unison with an android cost of 2. So you can search out your unison here, which we are running the Android 13, which comes out as set 13. This guy, when you play this card, or it's played in or it's switched to rest mode by one of your skills, it gains blocker and it gets switched to active mode until the end of your opponent's next turn. This is the unison that comes with the set 13 androids. You switch an android to rest mode, and then you can basically absorb a battle card that's skillless. So very, very powerful. Also, you can reduce the combo cost of. So you choose one of your mono yellow android with an android cost of 3 or less, switch to active mode. Until the start of your next turn, reduce the combo cost of all mono yellow android cards and energy cost of 1 in your hand by 1. So this card becomes 0, which is cool. It's a 10k, so you can reduce its cost to 0. I really wish they would have allowed it to be this card, because then you could play this card out for 1 energy instead of 2. But they felt like that was broken. Not saying that this isn't broken. This combo here, but whatever, doesn't matter. So there's all that stuff still. Belmont Bardock combo. You guys have seen this in my Jiren deck, where you play this guy out for free, tap something, play this guy on top of stuff. It's a pretty cool combo. You don't have to include this though. This is just for extra pushing power. You can include more Final Flashes. You can include Power of Super Saiyan, which is probably a good card to throw into the deck, so you don't actually have to run these. And then we're running the Heroine's Legion. I think this card is going to become probably the best secret rare in the game, just because of if it's not already there, of course. It just has the power of just taking a battle card, which is so incredibly powerful. Like if you play against Dark Broly, that's a huge thing. You play against Dark Broly and they go up their chain and they play out, Heartfelt Plea. they swing with Heartfelt, you know, you have 3 life left. They combo their whole hand, you just take Heartfelt, and now you have a 30k triple strike on board. It's you know, you can take Mirror Creator Absorbs, you can take so many cards, and it makes it incredibly powerful. There's a lot of good things, a lot of good things. So yeah, we run that in this deck. It's a pretty solid deck. This is probably the deck I found the most success with, just because I'm so used to playing Aegis stuff. It felt really well. And then this is a monocolor yellow. It's just a mono yellow variant of the deck. We still run some of the tapping cards. Bergamo, because you can tap something with where is it at? You can tap something with this. It just kind of fits in the deck. I think there was another card that tapped something, right? Maybe not. Maybe it's just okay. So that's also a card you can run as well. We threw some Release from Evil in this deck. This one was kind of interesting. This Android 20 obviously is a different sort of Android 20 than the Set 9 version, but this one choose 20 opponent's battle cards in rest mode to 5 or less and negated skills return. So you can actually blank a card in rest mode, which is cool. Obviously, the whole idea of these concepts is to keep a skillless battle card on board, so you can play this guy to then end the game. So this was kind of a cool concept as well. It ran the 19 and the 16 cards as well. I think any of them are pretty viable, and there's so many techs that you can work into these decks. So practice with them. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys find one of these that works better for you, let me know. Very interested to know what you guys come up with. But as always, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think of which one you guys think is probably the best one out of these 3. Obviously, like I said, these are just rough draft ideas that I've worked on that I felt can be pretty viable. You may want to text some stuff out, change some ratios, maybe add some few cards from one of these decks. I don't know, but try them out. Let me know what you guys think. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.